ladies and gentlemen, 6,200. I already had. Well, never mind. No, it's not. It's 5,900. That's it. Sucks to suck. That's where you're going. I do read mentorship chat. So I don't know if you guys are laughing at that comment or what, but I did find that one odd, and nothing's changed. And I told you guys yesterday, for those, I read mentorship chat as much as you guys watch the streams. If you watch the streams, there's probably not a lot of reason to be in the chat. Nothing's changed from yesterday to today. I said I was bullish Monday. It's still Monday. Yeah, it's been Monday all day. Green candle. Hey, not bad, right? We'll just continue on that lucky streak. Tomorrow, probably, if there's some kind of pullback, it won't be because of this magic yellow box or this zone. That's silly. I do think tomorrow, if there's any kind of red, any red, not saying there will be, I think it's just taking some risk off the table. This is all sarcasm and jokes aside, guys. I think tomorrow will be where anybody that doesn't want to ride that storm tomorrow, they're getting out. Maybe they dial it back. It's not, Goldman Sachs isn't going to just sell all their position, you know. But there are just some participants that just don't want to be in here, and maybe they've just trailed this whole way up because why? You know, maybe they're selling into strength. It's selling into strength isn't just a let's stop this right now with the giant market order. It's just sell a little bit, kind of lean into it. Eventually, it's hey, the deadline's here. We got to sell. Get a little aggressive, and maybe that's what brings on the red candle. I think tomorrow's gonna. You know what I would say? I would tell Cody not to trade futures tomorrow. And if you guys pay attention to the streams or anything else, then you know what that means. I bet tomorrow, if you're right, it's because you were lucky. I bet it's going to be one of those days. I doubt it's trending. I bet tomorrow sucks. If I had to... Let's go here. I bet all of tomorrow just looks like that. If you're watching this in the morning, I bet all of today looks like that. Minus the zone situation, where it just goes back and forth between the zones. Any trade someone makes tomorrow better not expire tomorrow. It's not a good time for 0DT. If you take a 0 days to expiration trade tomorrow, it might just be you and the market maker taking that trade. So they'll let you in real quick. It's the getting out that's going to not be fun. Because they're there to make deals for them, not you. So no, I probably wouldn't caution that. Tomorrow, I would just focus on, you know, put your poncho on because you're going to watch this fight right outside the gate. You're in the splash zone. You're here for the volatility of what Wednesday is going to bring. Maybe tomorrow, if I had any plan tomorrow, it's like a sniper. I'm just going to wait for my shot. Wait for that one pullback, and the one thing you truly do want. Sit when you get that pullback, take a shot, and then you're just gonna own it. You know, I guess you could just nail that, and then the question is, you're up. Do you want to roll those dice? You want to let those chips ride, or do you want to just enjoy the free trade? Because oftentimes you've seen me do this a lot. Like, hey, I'll take this as an earnings play. There's a run up into earnings. Well, I'm not taking the earnings play anymore. I'm gonna take my money and call it a day. I don't need to let it ride. Don't mind me, I brimed Don for a blue name. Did I give you a blue name, or did somebody else give it? Oh, never mind. Did I do that? Never mind. Makes sense if I did. On that note, Cody, you can leave this in the morning clip. You're going to see some new videos. They're going to be edited a lot with a SpongeBob meme sometimes. There was a YouTube short that came out today. That is Jeff Poke Chocolate, his name. He is a video editor. So we're gonna try some things out. He's gonna edit some clips up because sometimes people just like the jump cuts every 7 seconds, and they like memes put into things. That is something my brain just does not have the capacity to do. So we're gonna try those out. So if it does seem a little bit different, it is. It should all just be my content, just edited with some memes in there. But that is the difference in content you guys will see. He says you got to cater to the ADHD audiences. I get it. I 100% get it. And that's why I joke with Mike all the time that he's here to help me talk to the humans. There's just things like that don't make sense in my brain. But I get I'm weird. We'll worry about making a green trade, then we can worry about a blue name. All right, so whether you're watching this in the morning, if there's a panic sell-off, I think the extent of Tuesday is going to be, I mean, if we make it to that yellow zone, I would entertain, so here's what I would entertain a dip buy. I would buy the dip, probably ES on this particular one, or Friday's expiration SPY calls right here. Probably SPY calls just because it's cheaper, and in case I hold it overnight, I'm just not going to be in a naked contract with no, like in an ES contract. I'm calling it naked because there's just no stops. And you almost have to be in that because I'm not going to put a stop right here and that wick just be what stops. You know, my order is what creates that wick. So I'll go SPY, Friday's expiration, probably at the money. So 556s, maybe 557s. And so how I would do that, why I would take Friday's expiration, is if we caught that dip sometime in the morning, there's any kind of volatility, kind of pullback, nail that. And if it is up, I'm locking it in. If not, I think Wednesday, there's the report that probably comes out at 1. And then 2:30 when they read it to you like a librarian, I think that's when the sell-off happens. It could just be the report comes out, we chop around down, and then they read it even more, and we sell off even more. I'm gonna stick to my guns on this one. I know everyone says, or so far, you know, the YouTube comment I just read that FOMC historically is the most bullish day of the year. Sounds like Christmas, but what I learned a long time ago is that plug your ears, little ones. Santa is not real. So. I kind of just don't think we do. I think it's going to be a 25 basis points. And let me just disclaimer this, because I don't want to get made fun of it if I'm wrong. But, you know, you're going to need a side of luck with this position to pan out. The part I worry about is I just don't see a bullish scenario. 0 basis points, we don't lower it at all. We're freaking out. 25 basis points, what everybody expects. I bet we probably price that in. It's a buy the rumor, sell the news event. 50 basis points. The market, that might as well be Powell coming in with a red shirt saying, holy crap, it's too late. You know, not what you want to see the bomb squad say. You know, like him at 50 basis points is like that old joke, like I'm a bomb technician or bomb squad tech. If you see me running, try to keep up. Like anything over 25 basis points is probably going to be one of those scenarios. It's not going to be ultra bullish. So, and I guess if we just send it tomorrow, I'll flat out be wrong. I don't see the bullish side of this. I wish I could just. I always tell you guys to follow the money on this. When anybody talks, right, just follow their money. It's kind of like a politician. They can say whatever they want, but watch what they buy. Right now, I'm not in any short positions. Not yet. If we got that dip down kind of like right here, I would catch a knife and go long because maybe we get that chop up, and that would be enough profit. Even to go from here to here would still be a trade. I'm not dying on this hill. Again, to Don's point, look at this. In our own general chat up here from the peasants. Hang on. I got a shout out to her. She's been here for a long time. For this Wednesday, 75 basis point cut, bullish. Out of your mind. 50 basis point cut, bullish. Bullish. No cut. Oh, few understand this. Okay, no. I thought that was actually a real thing. I was like, you guys are crazy. No chance. I think a lot of people think that, and I think in the real world we call that exit liquidity. Again, what we have right now that I think a lot of people that don't understand the markets, what we have is a lot of volatility. For everybody watching this as a clip in the morning, I know what you're thinking. Volatility's down. VIX is down. I know you're not listening because I've gone over this a whole bunch, and we've talked about this. And I've talked about why I'm saying the volatility is up. And the volatility is, here's 3 standard deviations down. Here's 2 standard deviations up. We have broken what market makers thought we were going to do, not even by a hair. We're not splitting hairs here. Decimated that thing. It was a college athlete, track star, running the mile, a 1 mile race against a 5th grader. Okay, it wasn't just a little bit. Blasted that thing down, and when that happens, we usually price the volatility in the next week. And they tried, and it sent it right back up. You know, I got to say, this looks more like someone from Wall Street Bets called out a market maker, and they said, "Do you think you can do it better? Come give it a shot." And the guy did, and he's failing back to back. So the volatility is definitely there. I think right now, I don't care about historical data. I don't. You can laugh at that all you want, but I typically laugh more at the people that do worry about that, because we crashed in 2001, 2008, in 2020. Every one of those was different. It's a different world, different market, different buyers, different sellers. Everything is different. Just because you look at red and green candles doesn't mean it's the same. They made the same triangle shape. Cool. Still very different. All news is bullish. Yeah. Dom says buy puts. I haven't yet. If we catch the dip tomorrow, I am going to buy those calls that I talked about. But if we do push and we do get to all-time, if we have a green day tomorrow, that's going to be all-time highs. We're going to make the headlines. All-time highs as Feds begin to cut rates. It's going to be the headline. And then the Fed will, and we're going to sell that news. And by we, I mean it's probably going to be the profitable ones. Just kidding. If we hit that certain criteria tomorrow, if we even hit that white zone, I probably will buy puts. Anything that I do buy and that I reference is my money, and if you lose it, it's because you suck. But in all seriousness, I'm just going to talk about what I do. I don't care what you do. I'm not responsible for your money. Anything that I do buy is going to be risk and capital. It is the literal same money I would put on a roulette wheel. I think it's going to be red. That's it. And when it goes away, you're not going to see me frown. I'm not even going to check my phone twice. All right? If my watch vibrates and says stopped out, or the market sent it, I'm not going to have a stop. It's going to be risk and capital. I'm not even going to pull my phone out. That's about where I'm at on this. If there are only bearish outcomes to Wednesday, why wouldn't big money price that in ahead of time just for the volleyball spike? I don't know. Steve, I do like what you said. He says Tuesday is going to be a barcode day, and that's what I said at the beginning. It's going to be up and down. It's going to probably look a lot like this. It would be cool if we got that much movement because we could take advantage of that. I don't know if it's going to be that easy. But to answer your question, if there's only bearish outcomes, I personally have a problem with myself when I only have one outcome. I mean, every night I come on here and tell you guys, I give you the heads and tails. Here's the bullish case. Here's the bearish case. And then I say, here's where I'm putting my money. And right now I'm saying all bearish. And anytime I come out and say that, not anytime, but in theory, I should be all in puts. Like, let's burn this thing down. Let's go. If I truly believe that, let's load up. But there's just a certain level of unknown and volatility. Not that the market isn't always unknown, but to really pin this tail on the donkey, I think it's a little bit harder than think. Well, have I puts on SPY or ES? Oh, it'd be SPY. SPY because it's cheaper and I'm going to go risk and capital. I'm not going to play the let's get in and out game. I'm just going to buy it and roulette that thing. No more bets. That ball's going to spin and it's going to land on something. And I made money or not. Outside of SQQQ, I'm only buying a put if I own the underlying. I'm hedging, not going all in puts to make a profit. Probably smarter, because even though I'm saying bearish reactions, we're gonna buy the rumor, sell the news. We've bought the rumor. Okay, we bought a lot of the rumor, and then our friends bought some of the rumor. I do think we sell this news, but I'm also I can't tell you I'm buying the dip, especially if we tag all-time highs. Obviously not full port margining that thing out, but I'll be looking to buy the dip. We're still in a trend up. It's just I think this will be a decent excuse for a pullback. Can I short Tesla so that it goes up on the Fed news? No, I can't. I have too much in Tesla. If it's closing past the expected moves as much as we have recently, that has me chilling and being patient. And this is getting clipped in the morning, and there's people that are just going to watch this that are not in the mentorship group. And sometimes I wish they could just hear all of this so they know exactly what that means. And I like that you guys are seeing the same thing I am and dialing it back. Like, hey, we shouldn't be doing this. I'm just gonna hang out here. It's like all your friends are touching the electrical fence. We're still hanging out. We're not touching, and we're not touching the fence either. I feel like that's what we're doing right now. If you've ever had an electric fence, there's the cattle line on the top, if it's for cattle, and it just shocks you. It's not a full-blown knock you off your feet. Hold on to it a little bit. It's going to be like a static shock times like 100. But it's like our friends are over there just trying to see how long they can hold on to it, talking about their bullish or bearish statements. And I think the shock's coming. So anyway, I know that was a long-winded way to talk about ES, but just because we're probably about to burn through tech and the Russell, same story. I haven't really looked at the Russell, so maybe there's an outlier there. But as far as tech goes and the S&P, same story. Tech's not going to hit all-time highs. I think SPY does. All right, so all we did today was reject there, hold that zone, and come up. I think you'd be lucky if tomorrow was that simple. We start if we can play ping pong back and forth between some zones, I think it's a good day tomorrow. I kind of bet it's going to look more like if I had to put money on it right now, it would probably look like an EKG. You ever seen like a heart spike? There's the little one, the big one, and then it's the medium, the big one, and then the small one on the way out. Like, you're going to think we're doing good. There's going to be the big spike. You're not going to know it's a spike. You're going to think we're trending up. It's going to come right back down, create that spike. You're thinking, okay, check mark day, we're selling off. Just kidding. Here comes the next spike. I bet tomorrow's going to chop some people up. Outside of the positions I have to manage, I'm probably not. I'm gonna be a sniper. I'm gonna wait for my entry. If it sells off, I'm really just gonna watch the S&P right here. If we could tag this zone, then I'm gonna buy at the money SPY calls for Friday. And if those do push up before the announcement, I'm gonna close them. There's a trend line from that high that we are rejecting from. You must be talking about the NASDAQ. Right there. Let's get Ray out here before we talk to Russell. Candle body to candle body. Do you know what someone's going to call tomorrow? It's a break. Retest. Send it. Now that would be a play. That would be interesting. The report comes out. We're bullish. You never trust the first move. And then they read it to you like a librarian, and we sell off and hold that zone. I don't care about the break and retest, but if we can break up and then we do sell off, because here's what here's a good thing I should probably mention. I told you guys there's a red reaction to everything. We don't raise rates, red reaction. We raise it 25 basis points, sell the news, red reaction. 50 basis points, you're out of control. Like the Feds have lost it. 75 basis points, where have you even been? We're going to unravel at the seams. The market will come unglued for the people that think people actually think 75 basis points tomorrow. Like, oh, just out here living in La La Land, huh? Like, it must be nice. What's it like to be able to park in a spot and not care about the lines? Like you're just going down the road at whatever pace you want, sometimes slow, sometimes fast. You're just hitting things. You don't even realize it. But anyway, I guess what differentiates each one, even though they're all red reactions, is what kind of red candle is going to pop up. And I don't think I've actually touched on that, so I'm sorry. 25 basis points, we might just get something like this, something mild or moderate. 50 basis points, okay, 50 basis points, we're talking this leg down. 75 basis points, we're talking the carry trade style red. And your account's toast forever believing we were going to do 75 basis points. Can you imagine if we do 75 basis points, how stupid I'm going to look? I'm still going to make fun of those people for thinking that, but that'd be insane. We don't raise rates at all, or don't lower them at all. Oh, can you imagine the people that make content right now pulling their hair out, losing their minds? The thumbnails of how Powell should do his job. It's going to be hysterical. I almost have to delete social media if they don't lower rates tomorrow. I'm so set on 25 basis points. If they don't lower rates, I bet we see a pretty decent sized leg down. Wait, non-line parking is frowned upon. You live in Florida. I don't think anyone down there knows how to park anyway. Up here, yeah, the people that live in Kansas, you know what, I'm actually going to take a video of the lines on. They just repaved the highway in Kansas, and the lines, not a single one of them straight. Even the guy who paints the lines on the road can't drive. He's going 2 miles an hour to paint the lines. It's hilarious. So that tells you how everyone else drives when they try to at least go the speed limit. They probably do think they're doing really good up here when they go the speed limit in the left lane. Parking's a whole nother story. They don't actually park. I think they just stop their car somewhere and put it in park. Anyway. All right, so as far as tech goes, bull flag or reversal. You know what I really, not really think, but let's just keep an eye on this right here. If we sell off and we're somewhere right in this vicinity for that high or low play, I'm probably gonna buy a decent amount of anything tech. Hedge at 1 SD on SPY. I'm going to buy MES at an equivalent zone. Oh, sell, not buy. Okay, yeah. If we got to 1 standard deviation up tomorrow, yeah, I would. I would be like ears perked up, really interested in a dip buy if tech were to get to this vicinity down here. So looking at the NASDAQ, it actually probably would be this little blue and yellow Ukraine zone right here. We can draw the trend line. Maybe a little bit further. Never mind. I think we have candle body, so it kind of puts it right here. A little deceiving. So this bright zone we have right here in the middle, anything below, I guess that or below, I would be very, very intrigued to the point of there's probably a 99% chance you're going to get the alert something just got bought in the Discord. No, I must want to short the Russell right now. I actually am going to short the Russell right now. Contracts did roll over today, so make sure you're on the new letter. Give me one hot second, because I'm going to short this. I'm going to put my stop. I had to put it right above this red wick. Give me. Hopefully it doesn't tag. Maybe the pennant doesn't play out to next Monday, and we stay in it through quad witching. Yeah, I think there's enough volatility to not really worry about that. It's kind of like let's milestones first, right? Baby steps. Let's get to the bottom of that pennant first. 'Cause I think with again quad witching, not really a thing anymore with everything expiring every day. But it was a thing at some point. There are still some buyers and sellers around that, but also with Fed rate decision, we have enough on the table to certainly move us around and cover some ground. So it's kind of one of those. I don't know if you said next Monday. I don't know if I would even care about a day. Let's just set that alert there and We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I don't know why I had to go into that disclaimer off that comment, but hang on. Remember that one time you guys told me to sell a call on Intel?